Good morning everybody and welcome back to the channel. We've got a few things to tell you about today, a few changes with camera equipment, some exciting findings which we'll tell you about later on in the video, and let's just get straight into it. If you are new to the channel, then please do hit that subscribe button down below. It doesn't cost you anything and it really does help the channel, and if you just give us a thumbs up as well, that'll just help us even more. So yeah, please hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to click on that bell icon so you don't miss out on future videos. I've only just entered the woods and I could already hear the woodpecker, as well as the dogs. It's just been tapping on the tree. You can hear everything else. You can hear the ducks. Now this should be a good test for the new microphone. It's the Rode ME-L, which is a directional microphone with a lightning connector, which is specific to the iPhone, with the lightning port on the bottom of your phone rather than the audio jack which they used to have in the older phones. And I decided to get one just for a basic setup, just with my iPhone, a selfie stick and a sort of iPhone mount. I'm not on a gimbal, so you can probably tell that it's a little bit, well, it's not very smooth, not as smooth as normal when I use the gimbal, but it is a really simple setup that I can just grab and go and start doing some recordings. The dead cat on the microphone is huge, and I'm hoping, I mean it's really quite windy now, I'm hoping it's really cancelling out the wind noise, and well, I'll only find out when I get back later, but yeah, I'm really hoping this is going to work, and it'll be a really good addition to my camera bag. Whilst I was out the other day doing my usual woodland meadow walk, I found a couple of things that sort of excited me. I found some fox tracks, which was the first I found this year, just in the mud. It was only a faint track, but you'll see from the photos that I put up on screen, you can see the difference between the two tracks from the fox and a normal canine dog. The fox footprint, you can put a definitive cross, an X, between the pads of the toes, whereas with a dog you can't. The line would go like that, and then like that, and then like that, like that, like that. You just can't draw a straight line, and that's how you can distinguish between the two tracks. Now the other thing, we'll come back to that, and that's really exciting me. I might be getting excited for the wrong reasons, because it's not what I think it is, but I've done a bit of research at home excuse me, I've done a bit of research at home, and it kind of all ties in, but I'm struggling to believe that what I think it is round here, but that is to be investigated, and that is what's exciting me. Right, let's crack on. So a quick check on the apple tree. You can see there's some little shoots and buds starting to form there. So yeah, it's looking good. I'm really hoping the sound is coming out good using this new mic, because it's the first time I've used it, and I could have done all this morning's video and the sound's absolutely rubbish or non-existent. So I really hope you can hit. How it works perfectly. Sorry. Now I know I said the next time I come out filming will be with my new gimbal, but I was sat at home the other day playing with the new gimbal, just testing it, and I thought, I'm being a little bit blinkered here. Don't just use one piece of equipment for your filming. Mix it up a bit, which is why I've come out today with this really basic setup. It's got a little tripod on the bottom, it's got a selfie stick that extends and retracts down to just handheld like I'm using now, or I can stand it on the tripod, extend the telescopic pole and do other shots. It's versatile. I will come out with a gimbal, but I'll be using, because the microphone, I bought this microphone that I'm using now on the iPhone to use with the gimbal because I didn't want the wire to my lapel mic, but because of the weight of the mic, the gimbal can't quite handle it and it catches the sort of arm of the gimbal, so it's just not ideal. I could slightly get away with it, but it just limited what I could do with it. So I'm going to use the gimbal when I need to use the gimbal, and I'll use this when I need to use this. Yes, sometimes it's going to be a little bit shaky, but we're not shooting a epic blockbuster movie, we're just shooting a YouTube video in the wild. All good, I'm happy. So I'm really enjoying using this setup today. I'm really hoping the sound's good, as I've already said, and it's just a really simple setup. Right, enough of that, let's crack on. Great tit. Just a quick check on the other apple tree. Oops. Yep, that one's starting to bud as well. Shoots. Yep, looking good. Can hear the woodpecker. It's going crackers. Just not when I'm filming. It's not tapping, it's just doing its chick, 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 chick. It's gone camera shy again. Nope, it's making me out to be a liar. Now that's a good example of King Alfred's cake. Look at that. Look at this one here. There's a little one there. Oh, look underneath here. I've never been around this side before. Look at all them down there. Right, I need to go over there cautiously. Changed my mind. I'm going to go over that one instead. Easy does it. It's a little bit slippy. This could end in tears. Right, now we've done all that toing and froing, I can tell you about what I found down here the other day that excited me. Now just here there was some droppings from what I initially thought was the fox, but it didn't quite look right. So obviously I took a photograph of it, and when I got home I checked my little chart, my droppings chart. Yes, I've got a droppings chart, to see if I could find what it was. Now, as you'll see on the photograph of the droppings just here, there was a bit of hair around it, and the droppings itself was full of hair and little seeds. And the description on the chart pointed to this little fella. Now, I'll be honest, I wouldn't have expected one to be around here, but there's no reason why not. I know they are in this sort of location. When I say in this location, I don't mean here specifically, I mean in the area where I live, the region, shall we say. But we're near water. There was hair and seeds in the droppings. So could it be what I think it is? So what I'm going to have to do now is put the fox footage on hold, and we're going to have to start placing cameras around here to see if we can spot anything. Now I know they are very elusive, so we might struggle, but it's worth a try, and it would be amazing if I could catch one of them on camera. Right, I've just walked past this tree again, as I always do, and you may have seen in a previous video where I walked up to here and a wren flew out of there. If you look in there, it looks like something's living in there. I wonder. Right, I'm gonna try something here. Might not work, but I'm gonna try it. Right, so I've placed the camera about there. I'll see if the wren comes back and goes in that hole. Because why would it? Surely wrens don't have nesting areas that low to the ground. Surely not, because that's easily accessible by predators. But something's definitely going in there, and that's twice now I've seen it come out of that tree. Right, let's see what happens. I could be stood here for a while, but it might be one for the wildlife camera. And catch it early morning. Because otherwise I'm just going to be stood here looking at a GoPro in the leaves for several minutes. It could be that that hole goes into the tree and then up, and it nests higher up, which would be safer. Could be that. And all that sort of chuff down the bottom of the hole could have dropped down from its nest up above. I can hear the woodpecker again. Did you hear it? I've got the directional microphone pointing this way to me. Maybe if I turn around this way, Let's try and get a bit closer. Oh, there it is. Typical, I've not got my DSLR with me today. There it is. I'm afraid the zoom won't be very clear, but at least you can see it. Oh yeah, it's having a right good knock. Now what I really do like about this microphone is the way you can so easily just click it out of the iPhone and swap it around, so it's pointing me now, but I can take it out, turn it around, and then the microphone points away from me, which is so easy to do. I just did it then with the woodpecker, and hopefully that made a bit more difference. Right, we're heading back home now for a well-earned cup of tea, and we'll start editing this video and getting it out to you guys as soon as we can. Right, nearly back now. This is another tree I pass on a daily basis, and I always wonder, see down there's droppings and all that build up, and it's just a hole in the tree. So I'm now wondering if these holes, the birds fly in, and then somewhere up there is a nesting area that's safe and out of the way, you would have thought, and all the droppings and everything else just drops down here, because I've seen a lot of these. So I am now starting to think that wren might live in that hole in that other tree. Well, these are a welcome sight. Signs of new life, the bluebells starting to come through. That's going to be a carpet of bluebells very soon, so we'll look out for those later on. Right, okay, well that's your lot for this episode. We finally got to hear and see the woodpecker, so that was good. We've got a potential new animal to track, which I'm really excited about, and maybe we can find out whether that wren is living in that tree. So that's going to be another wildlife camera sort of project. So I hope you enjoyed that one. If you did, please give us a thumbs up. As always, please hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to click on that bell icon so you don't miss out on my next video. Okay, thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.